We're live. Eight persons.
Welcome back to my live, guys. Thank you for stopping in. I am your diva chef, Chef Walker-Barrett. So as usual, I want to welcome everybody watching on Facebook and also on Instagram. Let us know where you're watching from, and so we want to say thank you for stopping in, for staying in. Everybody is welcome. Today's dinner is all about Jamaican food. So guess what? We're making a curry cow foot with some fresh broad beans, and then we are going to be mixing it up a little bit. So today we will also be making bulgur rice and carrot pilaf. So that's not totally Jamaican, but most Jamaicans can relate to bulgur rice or bulgur and rice. So let's make some cornmeal pudding. Oh, and by the way, the cornmeal pudding is white chocolate. So for your cornmeal pudding, guys, here are the things that we're going to need. So don't forget to tell us where you're watching from. Share the live. Let somebody know that Chef Walker-Barrett is on. And again, I say welcome. In this container, I have 1 cup of flour. So flour is filled with gluten, which is really protein. So gluten is not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's just that a few persons in the world, a very tiny amount of persons in the world, are allergic to gluten. So gluten is the name of the protein found in flours that are made from wheat. And so the flour is going to be our secondary binder for our cornmeal pudding. And I'm using 1 pound of cornmeal. This is a cornmeal I love to use when I'm making cornmeal pudding. It never, ever, ever failed me yet. So my recipe is quite simple. If you want to see the tutorial on how to make cornmeal pudding, we have a cornmeal pudding tutorial up on our YouTube channel, Nextinfood. So for those of you who are new, we want to take this time to introduce you to our YouTube channel. It is called Nextinfood. That is where I do recipe tutorials of my favorite Jamaican comfort food, or what I make for my family, or what a fan would ask me to give a tutorial on. So far we have almost 100 recipes up there. Isn't that cool, guys? So if you're new, go over there, check our channel out. So in the container, what I like to do is to thoroughly combine the cornmeal and the flour.
Jovial Jamal says hi, along with First Lady Jules.
Hi Jules, hi Jamal.
Sue and Macpherson's Catering says hello.
Hello. Alright guys, so in this pot,
Cheryl Jenkins says hi, watching from Portland.
We can't see your pot.
Oh, you can't see my pot, okay. So, can you see the pot now?
Sophie Terrell watching.
Hey Sophie.
Patricia Brown, good evening family.
Hey sis, thank you for watching. So in our pot for cornmeal, so I'm going to do the quick cook style for the cornmeal pudding. So let's go. In here I have 2 cups, which is the same as 1 pint of water, and I have 1 pint of coconut milk. Okay? To this I'm adding just 1 cup of sugar, because this is a white chocolate cornmeal pudding, and white chocolate is very, very, very sweet, so there's no need to add lots and lots of sugar in.
Kadira says good evening.
Hi Katie. So I'm gonna spice up the pudding now. So we're adding nutmeg, cinnamon, and salt. All of that goes in.
The Fox says hi.
Hi, the fox.
Louise Armin Jackson Walker, good evening to my
Hello,
daughter
my
and
mommy.
family. What are you cooking this evening? I'm here watching it a full belly because you make me so hungry on a Sunday evening.
Oh, okay guys, so those who are just stopping in, welcome again. We're making cornmeal pudding for dessert, and that's what we're demoing now. So in the pot, I have 2 cups of water and 2 cups of coconut milk. I just added some nutmeg, cinnamon, and salt. Okay, so these are our warm spices that is going to make our pudding taste good. Now to this, I like to add just a little bit of heavy cream.
Jazz Barrow says
This
hi.
is totally optional.
Serena says hi, Aunt. Brown,
Hi, Serena.
Brown MBR says Maxine from Maryland watching for inspiration.
Hi, Maxine. Thank you for stopping in.
Maureen Colin Duvidat. Hi, Miss Diva Chef.
Hi, Miss Dividat. Okay, guys. So this here is our cornmeal and flour. So I use 1 pound of refined cornmeal and I use 1 cup of regular flour. The purpose of the flour is to bind the pudding, hold it together. So the flour is referred to as a secondary binder. What I'm doing here, I'm basically combining the flour and the cornmeal because the flour has gluten in it that behaves different from how the cornmeal behaves. So if you do not mix them thoroughly together, what's going to happen is, let me just cover my pot. What is going to happen, can you guys see here? What's going to happen is if you don't combine them properly, you may get some lumps. So I like to just put the whisk in there and just combine it until it looks just like cornmeal only. All right, see
I'm
that?
Jane Spence, hello Chef Walker, watching from New York.
Hi, Andreen.
Nisi Morrison says hi.
Hi, Nisi.
Kenisha Walker, hi sis. Cook one of my favorite dish, comfort.
Hi, sis. I know. Okay, so I'm waiting until our sugar and coconut milk and spices come to a boil, and then I'm going to be adding our cornmeal mixture in. But before I do, I did promise white chocolate cornmeal pudding. So this is white chocolate. These are white chocolate buttons. And so white chocolate is really not even chocolate. All it is cocoa butter mixed with milk solid and some other stuff, and of course sugar. So whenever I'm using the white chocolate in my cornmeal pudding, I don't add any extra butter because this is enough fat. Plus we're getting fat from the coconut milk. The white chocolate just gives it a nice mellow cocoa butter kind of vibe at the end. This is totally optional, but if you'd like to try it, this is something I usually have on my menu, and I said, okay, let me just share it since my family have been asking for pudding anyway. So this is what that is. It's 1 cup.
Tamika McCarthy, good evening cousins.
Good evening, Tamiko. Step back, guys. I'm going to open the pot.
Nisi Morrison, what's making?
I'm making cornmeal pudding. Currently making cornmeal pudding now. Okay, guys. So in here, see what happened? Our coconut milk came to a boil. So at this time, I'm going to slowly whisk the cornmeal in. And this is how I always make cornmeal pudding. I don't make it any other way.
Cool Face says hi along with 2017 shirt.
Hi.
Cool Face, what's on the menu, chef? And 2017 shirt says I'm late.
Yes, you are late. So what is on the menu is cornmeal pudding. And this is my little way of doing it. I usually turn it first on top of the stove. Just like this. So this speeds up the cooking. And now I'm going to add some good stuff to it. Some other stuff. So I'm going to add coconut. Okay. Chocolate. And rum and raisin and vanilla and cinnamon. All of that is going to get added in.
Shirts Full says hi.
Hi. And we're going to combine everything together. So I make the cornmeal pudding this way because I cook it, it's really cooking this way. So when it goes into the oven, it will take less time in the oven.
Gigi Sheila says nice.
How simple is that, guys? So I'm going to remove this from the heat and put it in to our prepared baking pans. Oh, but before I do that, let me just add the rest of the coconut. I love the texture of coconut in this pudding.
Jacqueline Williams, blessings to you all.
Thank you, Jacqueline. All right, so this is coming off the heat, and we're gonna put it into our prepared pans. So I have 2 pans here because I want it to bake fast, so I'm not gonna put it in one big pan, putting it into 2 small pans.
First Lady Jules says simple and nice.
So you give it a stir. So all starches gelatinize, guys. So what happened is, when you add the cornmeal to the liquid, to the hot liquid absorbs into the cornmeal and it causes the cornmeal granule to swell. And so this is what gelatinization is. It causes it to look thick. And so if we should let this stay, it will cool down and get firm, but it is not totally cooked. So we're going to put it into our pan.
Nisim says I can smell it.
Smells really good with all of that rum and that white chocolate. So if you don't like the raisins, guys, you can leave it out, but we love raisins.
Dominique says hi.
Hi, Dominique. And I just want to mold it into the pan, just like that.
Official Top Cassen says hi, my lovely family.
Hello, family. All right, so 1 down, another 1 to go.
Stacy Asim, what are you making?
Hey, Stacy, we're making cornmeal pudding. And for you guys who are just joining or you're joining for the first time, you can get this cornmeal tutorial and recipe, cornmeal pudding tutorial and recipe on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is called Nextinfood, Nextfood. So go over there to YouTube and subscribe.
Celine Hughes says hi.
Hey, Celine. So again, guys, let somebody know that Chef is on. Share the live. Okay, so at this stage, I could have added the extra coconut milk to create the custard, but this is a caramel sauce I'm going to be serving with this. So I'm going to just put it in the oven just like that. But first, I'm going to cover it with some foil. I like to cover it just like that, guys. So you cover it with some aluminum foil and get it into the oven.
Serena Wallace, Aunt, can I bake potato pudding like that?
No, Serena, potato pudding is a little bit different because the potato starch behaves a lot different from the potato starch, Serena darling. It behaves differently from cornmeal, so it's similar but different. I'll do a potato one day, but you can always go over to Auntie's YouTube channel and watch the tutorial on how to make a potato pudding.
Stacy Asim, I'm on the road, so good job.
Hey Stace, thank you.
Official Top Cassen. Chef, could you please make pineapple upside down, please? I want to make it, but don't have a recipe from scratch.
Latoya Ruth, good evening, Chef and family.
Hey Latoya. So now, guys, I'm going to show you how to make the caramel sauce, okay? So in our pot, we're going to be adding some good stuff for our caramel sauce.
Louisa Chef Walker, that pudding must be delicious.
It is, mommy. So for our caramel sauce, we're using white sugar. White sugar, I would recommend white sugar for caramel sauce because it doesn't have a lot of molasses in there and it caramelizes way better. So I'm going to be using white sugar and also just a little bit of water. Okay? So we're gonna allow this to cook. I'm gonna cover it and allow it to cook until the sugar turns from white to brown, and then we're going to add some cream to it. Okay, so guys, I told you I was making cow foot. So ahead of time I had to put the cow foot on. So I'm gonna go check the cow foot to see where it is at and show you guys what that looks like.
Impressive 85. Hi, Chef and family checking in from Virginia.
Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome.
First lady Jules, Simone with a nice pot there.
Yes, Jules. Go in, put that temperature up to 300 for me.
Sure. How was church today?
Very good. Listen, so I just took off the cow foot and I have it in the sink. I have a pressure cooker in the sink cooling down, so I'll bring it around shortly. And let's put back our stove to center stage. So when you're making caramel sauce, you must be patient. Because it takes a little while. The reason for covering it is to create some condensation. So what happens is that the water vaporizes and then it turns it back into the pot, and so it's going to keep the sugar from burning too quickly. So just because I'm making a small batch, I'm covering it. This is my cream for our caramel sauce.
No, the cream. We couldn't see the cream.
What was that?
We couldn't see the cream.
Okay, well, shift the camera so you can see the cream, honey.
No, we're seeing the pot, but you had your hand out of the camera.
Oh, okay. So cream is the best thing to make caramel sauce with because it is fatty. The milk by itself, it doesn't make a good caramel sauce. You add it into the hot sugar, it curdles and everything. So heavy cream or cooking cream is best when making caramel sauce. Go in, could you go check on that pressure cooker if it's, and just bring it around, please.
Serena Wallace, aren't you making cooking look so easy?
Cooking is easy once you understand the whole concept. So our pudding is in, our caramel sauce is being cooked, and we start having a little color already. Not much, but it turns from pure white to a tint of brown, and we're going to cook it until it turns a caramel color. Now, at first, the caramel sauce is going to seem like it is taking forever to cook, and then as soon as you walk away, it burns. So I have to stay here and watch this caramel and don't walk away and leave it.
Official top cousins, she really does make it look easy and enjoyable.
This here is ginger, so ginger is going to be added to our caramel sauce to add some flavor. Just put it right here. So, let's see. I told you I was making cold food, right? Because some of these cold food can be so tough, I went ahead and put it on. And this is what it looks like. So this is curry. So let us talk about what I did. So I seasoned this. I love to put lots and lots of seasoning on cold food. So I seasoned this with almost every powdered seasoning in my cupboard. So I have all purpose. I have curry powder. I have paprika, I have Cajun, Mrs. Dash, a little bit of everything is on this, guys. Some ginger powder. Okay, so this cow foot is now fork tender, and this is time we're going to add some other good stuff to it and put it back on the fire. So stay right here with me while I add the other stuff to our cow foot. So I'm going to be adding some onions. I love using red onions, guys, so every chance I get, that's what I buy. Carrots, because a cow foot is really a stew. Let's just clean up. And I like to add some dumplings in. This is cassava dumpling. You guys know by now how I love cassava dumplings. So, you know, in Jamaica, we make dumplings like this and we call them spinners. So you just make some spinners and throw in there as big as you like or as small as you want. And then we're going to put this back onto the fire and just let all of this cook. And then close to the end, we will add the beans. This is what the beans look like, and these are fresh beans. These are fresh beans that I got in the market. These are lima beans, what we call broad beans in Jamaica, and another variety. This is the red one here. And I went ahead and I cook it. These are the black things on it, is pimento, so I put some pimento on. So this is gonna go into the pot just before I serve the cow foot. So let's add some dumplings. I'm gonna put some round ones in there too. So some spinners and some little round cassava dumplings going in.
Kedira, hi Auntie Simone. I'm gonna ask Christ that tastes good. I made some curry pigtail recently and it was great. So I'm just imagining the curry cow foot. Auntie Kenny gonna find your house tonight.
Hey Kedira, you made curry pigtail, girl. You are ahead of me with that. That should be awesome. So round them like little marbles and drop them into the pot. I'm going to add a little bit more liquid to this. I have some hot water. When I'm making stew, I like to have some hot water on standby. Oh guys, let us not forget the caramel. See what's happening? See it turning a little brown. Okay, so just a little bit more time to go. Remind me that the caramel is there. So we're going to remove this from center stage and I'm going to put it over the stove, add some hot water and let it continue to cook. All right.
Denise Bradshaw says hi.
Hi Denise.
Kimberly says hi.
Hi Kimberly.
Along with Kylie.
Kylie.
Kedira said yes it was. Kimberly says sorry I'm late guys. What's on the menu?
Okay Kimberly, we are making a bag of things. We're making cornmeal pudding. That is in the oven. Right now we're making caramel sauce. So guys, come back up so they can see the caramel sauce. So we're making a ginger caramel. So at this stage, I'm adding in some grated ginger. And you see the sugars start to caramelize. And because I'm using an induction stove, it is caramelizing from the center in. So I have to just give it a nice little swirl around. If it was a regular stove, it would have caramelized from the outside in. And you see, I promised you that it was going to change color. And that's what is happening. And just as we added the ginger, you can smell that ginger aroma. So I want to just let it get a little bit darker. I am trying not to stir it because at this time, if you stir the sugar, it is going to go into candy stage. It's going to pull and I don't want that. So this is why I am not using the spoon to stir it just yet. Just take the handle off the pan and just gentle use your wrist to just swirl the sugar and ginger around. And you know what this smell like, guys? It smells like ginger candy.
My first in catering says, wow, looks so good.
Thank you.
Kenisha Walker, yummy.
Okay guys, so I'm gonna just quickly wash that flour off my hand and come back. You can have eye on that. Okay, and this is time. Alright, a little bit darker. I want it a little on the dark side. I want that deep, nutty caramel, almost taffy taste. Okay, so let me tell you what happened now. So this cold cream is gonna get poured into this, and as soon as we pour it, which is about now, so we're gonna pour and stir. See that? And look at that beauty. Well, all my students know how Chef Walker-Barrett loves to make caramel sauces, especially to go with puddings. I just think caramel sauces and puddings are a match made in heaven. So now we're adding salt. Caramel loves salt. So we just take this off, push the stove to the side, because once the cream is added, you don't want to have it over the stove, because the heat is going to break the cream. Cream doesn't like high heat. It will cause it to curdle if we continue to cook it over the heat when the cream is added. Some people add butter to their caramel sauce. I am not adding any butter to this one because I feel like the cream has enough fat to do the job.
Anne-Marie Bryan, hey chef.
Hey Anne-Marie. Thank you for stopping in. Guys, tell me where you're watching from. So now we're going to add a little bit of Uncle Ray to our caramel sauce. So let's start with 1 cap full of rum. Oh. I thought it was, you know, all rum seem to be real heavy. Okay, so this is
Colleen Dubidat, watching from Florida.
Hello, Miss Dubidat.
Waymax, hello from California.
Hello, Waymax from California. Thank you guys for stopping in, and we're adding 1 more cover of the rum. The thing about a caramel sauce, the more you stir it, the thicker it gets. And of course, as it cools down, it gets even thicker. So, if you want to use your caramel sauce as a spread, turn that on for me.
Anne-Marie Bryan, watching from Virginia.
Sewing from Mandeville.
Hi, Virginia. Hi, Mandeville is watching. Thank you guys for watching.
Kem Lateman, hi from Portmore.
Get it on to 350.
The second bun.
Okay. So this is our caramel sauce, guys. This is what we're gonna serve our cornmeal pudding with. You can make caramel sauce and you can put it into a clean jar, like I'll be doing shortly. I'll soon show you how to put it in a jar. You can use from it and put it into your fridge, and when it solidifies, you can use it as a spread on your toast or on crackers, whatever you like to use it on.
Leah, watching from Cavaliers, sorry.
Cavaliers. Welcome.
Is that right? Yes, I'm reading it right.
Trudy and Riley, Happy New Year, Diva Chef, watching from Kingston, Jamaica.
Happy New Year, Trudy. So I like to just put this into a jar. Hold on to this for me, Ashelia. So I want to strain the ginger out. So as I pour, you just lift it up a bit. Lift it up a bit. Okay. So I'm pouring it directly into my jar for storage. Don't shift your hand, child. You. So this is the end of our caramel sauce. So we will take whatever we want from it and just store the rest quite easily into our refrigerator. So here we go, put a cover on it, and that is done. So now we are going to make rice. So let me check on my cow foot. On that side. Here you go. Put this coffee back around. Give it a stir when you get around there. Okay, guys. So now we are making some rice and bulgur. So last week I showed you bulgur, and this week I'm going to be showing you how to mix it with rice. So in this pot, close up Ashelia, we're just going to add some garlic.
Official Top Cousins watching from Canada.
Welcome. So I add some garlic in just to flavor the rice, and of course I added 2 tablespoons of oil in the pot. These are some spices. These are not Jamaican spices, but these are spices that I like. Caraway, coriander, cumin, that goes in, and 2 cinnamon sticks goes in. A pilaf is a Middle Eastern method of cooking grains, and so I feel like I want to keep it classy. So I'm using some of the strong spices that they would use. Now we're making curry for dinner, so this goes very well. Curry is a mixture of many spices. So to make the pilaf, I know I went a little bit fast. You want to use some kind of fat, butter or oil, and whatever flavor you like. But the purpose of the pilaf is to toast the rice or the grain, whatever grain you're using, into the fat. Okay, you want to toast it so it takes on a nice nutty aroma. And at this time, I'm going to add my bulgur. So this is what bulgur looks like. Okay, this one I soaked it for about 30 minutes and drained the water off it. And this is whole bulgur, and bulgur is not a grain. Bulgur is really from wheat.
Serena, remember it's my birthday Friday, so please make me something nice.
Okay, Serena, reminder noted.
Dominique, I cooked rice pilaf in high school for my SB in 2016.
Oh, nice. So now guys, the pilaf is just the method of making the dish, okay? And the pilaf method can be used to make any grain or wheat or peas dish. It's basically adding some fat to a pot and toasting the grains up with your favorite spices. The pilaf method allows you to have what we call in Jamaica a shelly rice at all times. So now I'm going to add my 1 serving of vegetables, and this is some shredded carrots. Just adding that in, and everything is getting nice and happy in the pot. This is something I teach my students to cook a lot, especially in year one. I introduce them to the peel-off method and of course bulgur. So most of them would be introduced to bulgur for the first time, and then after that some of them fall in love with it, some of them. But bulgur is a nice substitute. It's very inexpensive. It is very versatile. It's great for making porridge. So you could soak the bulgur in hot water and you could put it in your banana or plantain or cornmeal porridge. You can put it in rice like I'm doing now, or you can soak it and you can put it into your shake. So if you're a person that likes to have shakes in the morning and you usually mix up oats and whatnot, you can put a serving of bulgur in there, because bulgur is such high fiber. It really keeps you full for a long time, so a little goes a long way. Now I'm adding some salt, just some salt to taste.
Claire Global, I'll be trying this recipe this week.
And so the spices that I added to mine, I add cinnamon stick, bay leaf. So cinnamon is a spice, bay leaf is an herb. I added pimento, so we have a big pimento berry here. And I added some other spices like coriander and caraway and cumin.
Sandra Richards, hi, Anne-Marie, what's up? Grace Cameron, curry cow foot.
Yes, ma'am. Okay guys, so now our bulgur and rice is nice and toasty. We're going to add the water. Alright, just cover it with the water, bring it to a boil, turn it down, and just let everything just cook together and be happy. So I'm going to turn this down to about 300, 280 and just let it stay here and get nice and happy. Let's check on our cornmeal pudding. No, let me go check on the cow foot. I soon come back, guys. I'm gonna go check on the curry cow foot. So give an eye on my rice.
How long
and bulgur.
should you toast the rice?
Well, you toast it until it looks toasty. It doesn't take long. Anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes is good, because once the fire is nice and hot, toasting happens very fast. The longer you toast it, the more nutty flavor the finished rice will have. So,
Shani, good night. I'm late. What are we making?
hi Shani. We are making white chocolate cornmeal pudding, curry cow foot, and rice and bulgur. So going to check my cow foot. I'll soon come back and show you guys what the pudding looks like. Alright, the cow foot is looking lovely. Time to check our pudding. Let's see. Let me show you guys what the pudding looks like so far. So this is what our pudding is looking like. It's not quite ready, but this is what it looks like. Start to look like a cornmeal pudding to you? Sure is. Trying to cover it. Alright, so the purpose of covering the cornmeal pudding, I like to cover it so that it steams while it bakes. And making the cornmeal pudding the way I showed you, it cuts the cooking time in half. You know how cornmeal can take a little while depending on the type of cornmeal, but I'm using refined cornmeal, and so refined cornmeal does not take long to cook. Just giving our rice a nice little rice and bulgur, a little stir around just to make sure it's not sticking. And you can smell all of those Middle Eastern spices. So every week, guys, you know I cook based on my inspiration. So I wanted a curry cow for tonight, but I also wanted bulgur and rice. So I figured the bulgur should remain in the style of the Middle East with all of those good spices, and of course to really respect the peel off method. So this is what that is. And then our very own cornmeal pudding, and in true Chef Walker-Barrett style, you know I had to add something else to it, so I added white chocolate. White chocolate is not really chocolate, it's cocoa butter. It has lots of sugar, it has milk solid, it has its use, and I find that it works very well into the cornmeal pudding. And of course the caramel with the ginger is just going to tie everything together. And then finally our wonderful cow foot, that's going to be absolutely delicious.
Nicholas Beckford, love what you're doing.
Thank you, Nicholas. So Gawain, could you just go around and bring the cow foot here for me, please?
Osbert Bailey says hi.
Just put it right here when you come. Hi, Osbert. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for stopping in. So guys, it's almost service time. I'm gonna serve my cow foot. And can we have that big bowl for the cow foot Ashia, please? Put it right here. I'm gonna give the cow foot a taste for you all, just to make sure. Remember I told you that I went ahead and start cooking it. It wants a little bit more salt, so I'm gonna add a little salt to it.
Osbert Bailey says I love this.
Hey Osbert. So I'm gonna remove my rice, put it off onto the other stove, and put the cow foot up here so I can finish it for you guys to see. Put the cow foot up here for me, please. Okay, so close up on the cow foot, guys.
That type of pot they work on
This
this
part
stove.
not going to work on it, but that's fine, that's fine. So this is what it looks like. So cow foot is a stew, and we all love curry. I don't like when it mash out too much. You know, cow foot is a lot of cartilage and skin and bone. You either have to just love it or not. I like to put some carrots in. And as I said earlier, I season this with everything in my cupboard, every powder season I have, which is not a lot, because I want it to taste good. I put some cassava dumplings in. It's the first time I'm really adding cassava dumpling to it, so next time I'm going to cook the cassava dumpling first before I added it, because what happened is The cassava starch really thickened it up more than I desired it. And then I have my beans. So I'm just gonna add half of the beans in. And as I said, I like to add the beans close to the ends. The beans are already pre-cooked. Okay?
More bean, more bean.
My husband loves beans and he's saying use all the beans, use all the beans. So I'm gonna put the rest of the bean in the bottom of the plate that I'll be serving the cow foot on. I'm just going to taste one of the carrots just to make sure everything is nice and seasoned.
Daniel Brown, looks good family, I'm watching.
Serena Wallace, the rice is coming on nice.
Okay guys, the thyme did its job. So I'm gonna take it out and then we're gonna serve our cow foot shortly.
Serena, the curry cow foot looks nice.
Serena, I know your mommy is a cow foot cooker, you know, but she can't test me with this curry cow foot. So I'm putting the rest of the beans
Shamara Hall, looking good.
in the bottom of the container that I'll be serving my cow foot in, because my husband is going to pick out all of this bean and eat it. That's how much he loves beans. Okay. So this pot work on it?
I'm not sure.
Alright. So we have some vegetables to cook. I'm just going to grab my pot and make my veggies. Okay, here we go. So cow foot off. And the pot goes on for vegetables. Just using that the same pot. Just gonna give our rice a quick check, see what's going on for it. So, vegetable, rice, cow foot, we're doing good. So nothing needs to take forever when you're making food. Food don't take long to cook once you plan it out. So time now for us to serve our cow foot. Come Ashley there. Close up time. So here is our curry cow foot, ladies and gentlemen. Just spooning it in. Everything is gonna go in. Just trying to take out all the cow foot out of this wonderful gravy. I can't even see the cassava dumplings anymore. I think they dissolve all the way out. Take out this thyme. Just gonna pour some of this gravy down on.
First Lady Jules, check on the pudding.
Oh, Jules, the pudding is fine. It has a timer. We have like 15 more minutes to go on the pudding. So thanks for the reminder. So this is our cow foot, ladies and gentlemen. Cow foot with lots of beans, few carrots, few cassava dumplings. That is that. Just stick a spoon in there for service. All right, take that out of the way. Now we're going to cook some veggies. So let's stir fry some vegetables real quick. I'm coming this way with it, guys. It's okay. You don't have to. I'll come this way. Alright, so I need some oil for my pot. So for our vegetables, I have some cabbage, a little bit of pak choy, a Maggi bouillon, and some salt. These are the ingredients that we'll need, and of course a little bit of vegetable oil. I'm just gonna go get the oil and come right back. In goes a little bit of flavored oil. This is an oil that I put pimento in just to take on the pimento flavor. Okay. I am going to add the bouillon in.
Tanisha Walker, oh no, is it that the co-food competition is on?
Yes, it is on.
Cheryl Jenkins, Delish.
The co-food competition is on, my sister.
Shamara Horn, looking good.
Thank you. A little bit more oil in my pot for my veggies. And then our veggies go in. Stir it around. Another bouillon in. These little things are always so hard to open. And then we put the cover on and just let it steam and shrink in bulk a bit. Where is that cover? Voila.
Kedira, I'll be the taste tester for the co-food competition.
Is almost ready, guys. Our rice and bulgur. Perfect. Here goes. Rice and bulgur is ready. So I'm gonna plate this up. But before I plate it up, I want to take out the cinnamon stick. Cinnamon stick did their job. It gives it a nice, beautiful cinnamon aroma. Right? Give it a little fluff up. How fast was that? And then we're going to put it in this one. Oh. So here goes. Take out the pimento. I think I should grab you a spoon for this.
Cynthia, so just join in, that looks good.
Thank you. So this is our bulgur and rice pilaf, and we treat it royally with some spices like cinnamon, coriander, caraway seeds, and of course pimento. So I'm picking out the pimento berries. So I always kind of count how much pimento I put in there so I can find them and take them out. So that is ready. And we're gonna go now check on our vegetables.
First Lady Jules never had bulgur before like that, only in porridge.
Well, Jules, here is your chance to try the bulgur in the rice. These are our vegetables, and these are done. You don't want to overcook your veggies. Let's just season them up with a little bit more of the flavored oil. and a little bit of salt. Not too much. Give it a stir. And this is done. Gonna plate it up. Try not to overcook your vegetables, ladies and gentlemen. There's no need to overcook them. Let them remain as crunchy as you can. And try and eat at least one serving of vegetables. So, I think dinner is ready.
Marie Colleen did that. I swear I can smell the curry cow from all the way over here.
Oh God, this curry cow food smell. And you know what? Tomorrow it's going to taste even better. That's how stews are, you know, they taste so much better. Let's look at our cornmeal pudding.
Sarah C. the Hanoverian. Bolga on the road today had Bolga peanut porridge this morning.
Isn't it something awesome, man? Okay, so our pudding is going to be in there a little while longer, guys. We will post what the finished pudding looks like. If you want to make this cornmeal pudding, the tutorial and recipe is on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is called Nextinfood. So if you're new to our live, we want to just welcome you, and we want to just take this time out to ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and just share the love of food that we're sharing with you. Tell somebody about our YouTube channel, and also we ask you to follow us on Instagram at Nextinfood, and follow our business page Streetfoodsaturdays to see all the other stuff that we do at Streetfoodsaturdays. And I want to take the time out to thank everybody who made their reservation for Streetfoodsaturdays on January 30th. I'm so sorry, guys, but we are fully booked. Remember, COVID is still keeping, so I'm only taking 50%. So we are booked out very quickly. However, if anybody cancel, if a seat becomes available, I will post it on the page so you can be updated as such. Thank you for coming into my kitchen to watch me make dinner for my family. We are going to have our dinner while it is still hot. We want to take some pics so that we can have the pictures to share. So you take care, share the live, guys, before you come off. And thank you. We will post the pudding. Oh, before you go, let me just show you real quick what the pudding look like now.
Chef Walker, please let Kobe drop off my dinner tomorrow and pick up the sample box.
Kenisha, I don't even want to hear about the sample box. Look at that. Our pudding is baking nicely. I want to put a crust on it, so we're gonna let it stay in a little bit more, and then I'll do a little video when we're adding the caramel sauce. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for stopping in, and of course for staying in.